If you like Kobe's, you definitely gotta check these out. Today we're back with another shoe review, and we're reviewing the Serious Player Only Player 1 Plus. For those who don't know, Serious Player Only is a Chinese brand that makes Kobe-like shoes, very inspired by Kobe's, and they're made for players by players. I wanna say that's their motto. And off rip, the price point of these babies are not cheap. They come in at about $180, which is a hefty price point. And I don't wanna spoil the review, so please watch it all the way through. But I did like these shoes so much that I did actually reach out to Serious Player Only, and I was able to finesse a 10% off discount code for you guys. So if you watch this review all the way through and you're like, you know what, man, I want to get these shoes, please get them through the link in the description and then use code STASH2PER at checkout, and that'll actually bring them from 180 all the way down to around 162 bucks. And that doesn't just work on these, it works on all Serious Player Only models. But with that being said, let's get into the unbiased review. So off rip, let's talk traction, and specifically the traction pattern. These babies feature a combo of like a radial / herringbone traction pattern. It reminds me a lot of like the tread on tires, which I think is something I mentioned in the review of the Serious Player Only Game 1 Plus, or just Game 1 Low, I think that's what it's called. They have a very funky, unique traction pattern that's like a combo of two patterns. Unique, I like it. Spoiler alert, it performs well. And the materials that make up the outsole is this solid, durable rubber compound that's really good for both indoor use and outdoor use. But with that being said, the shoe is like 180 or 160 bucks after code STASH2PER. So I would personally use like a cheaper shoe outdoor unless you're Mr. Big Bucks. But if you do want to use these outdoors, between the deep grooves and durable materials, you'll be completely fine. A good rule of thumb if you're looking for a good outdoor basketball shoe is see where the company is based. I know a lot of Asian companies like Leaning, Way of Wade, Anta, Serious Player Only make better outdoor basketball shoes than that of like Adidas or Nike, because in Asia, a majority of basketball is played outside. So due to that, and they have a bigger market share in the Asian countries, they actually make way better outdoor basketball shoes. They last a lot longer, they perform better outside. Win-win. But enough yapping, let's get to a quick traction test and then talk about the performance. As you can see, insanely grippy, even on the dusty courts at Pinnacle Athletic Campus that I play on. Performance was absolutely S tier, was grippy, didn't pick up much dust, surprisingly, especially on that dusty ass court. Didn't slip at all, and was just absolutely cracked. S tier, top of the line. I'll give it like a 9.8 out of 10. And now as for cushion, the Serious Player Only Player 1 Plus features something that like no other hoop shoe features, which is customization in the cushion department. Similar to a lot of Kobe's, the Serious Player Only Player 1 Plus features a drop-in midsole, but not just one drop-in midsole, they actually feature two. So editor's note here, this is editing STASH2PER, and I've come to realize not all Player 1 Pluses come with two pairs of insoles. When you go to buy them, it'll tell you which pairs it comes with, if it comes with an extra or not. So I apologize for the misinformation, and I'm glad I'm correcting myself now. And I believe this is a strong midsole right here, made up of Evenlon, Pocon, and gum foam. And then on top of this, they feature a quick midsole, which, am I gonna show you guys it? No, because I'm too lazy to get up and get it right now. But the other one, the quick midsole, is made up of just their Evenlon foam, which is what makes up a majority of this one. So not insanely different, but still different. Add some customization, and that's a lot of fun. But then fun fact, you can actually look on SeriousPlayerOnly.com, again, STASH2PER will get you 10% off. And they also offer other midsole options for further customization. Off the top of my dome, I want to say there's a support midsole and an explosive midsole, which are both fairly self-explanatory. But now onto the two midsoles that the shoes actually come with. Both the quick and the strong midsole are amazing. There's not too big of a difference, but I think I do prefer the quick midsole just a little bit more because it's slightly lighter in weight. That might be like a little placebo action because that's what they claim, but I still don't think there's a huge difference between the two. I think the biggest benefit to this type of setup and them selling the additional midsoles or giving you an additional pair of midsoles is that they last a hell of a lot longer. If this is like your sole hoop shoe or one of your only hoop shoes, I think it's especially beneficial because they'll last 2-3 times the amount of time. Your cushion won't condense and turn shitty and then you just gotta bear through it. You can actually put in the other midsole and then bang, double the life. So I think that's the biggest benefit, is the elongated lifespan of the shoe, but it's also fun to have a little bit of customization and have fun with that. But as for the feel, I know I'm yapping like extra in this review, so I apologize. But as for how they actually feel, they feel awfully similar to that of like, I wanna say the Kobe 8s, which they share a lot of similarity both in looks and performance overall with, and the Way of Wade 808 5s. Both drop-in midsoles and amazing performers, so great comparison. I'll give these a 9.7 out of 10 in the cushion department. I'm a huge fan. And now onto the support / lockdown. These babies, like literally every other hoop shoe nowadays, feature a ton of different technology to help the support and lockdown. First, you can see it a little bit right here, but they have a carbon fiber shank plate right above the outsole. This is for overall stability, torsional rigidity, and just a little bit of extra bounce. Low key, like a built-in Victory insole that actually works. On top of this, they feature a TPU heel counter in the back. This prevents any heel slippage, it helps with lockdown and overall support. And you pretty much see a heel counter on every single basketball shoe out there because it works so well and it does its job. So no surprise that you see these on that. And then thirdly, they feature a slightly wider forefoot and outrigger for extra stability, and it's actually extremely beneficial for your foot health. If you've watched my videos before, you're probably tired of me yapping about it, but if you're new, long story short, I won't go too crazy, but if your foot's crammed in towards the toes, really bad for your foot health. When they give you a little extra room, extremely beneficial for your toes and your overall foot health. So shout out to Serious Player Only for that. And then the last lockdown feature that I want to mention is the reinforced eyelets right here and the updated lacing system. Long story short, it helps a lockdown. So for a low top shoe, the lockdown and support is, I think, absolutely top tier. So I'll give the support on the Serious Player Only, Player 1 Plus, an easy 9.2 out of 10. Now let's talk the materials. Like we mentioned earlier, the outsole is made up of a solid, durable rubber compound that's perfect for both indoor and outdoor use. Great performer, durable, top tier. As for the upper, it's made up of a mesh wire knit material with a little bit of reinforcement over. And then on the back, it features some synthetic leather. On this one, it's like a patent shiny leather, almost like what, Jordan 11s. And then on, I could have sworn there was a pair right here, that it's more of like a traditional matte leather finish. Really cool little details, and something you'll notice with a lot of the Serious Player Only, Player 1 Plus, or just their shoes in general, is they have a lot of attention to detail, like those embroidered flowers on a matte finish synthetic leather. Cute colorways with a lot of cute details. So materials will slightly differ from shoe to shoe. And overall, I think the materials are high quality, lightweight, premium. I mean, if you're spending 180 or 160 with code /Trooper, you're gonna get some high quality stuff. So I appreciate them not ripping people off, especially me. So the materials, high quality stuff, love it, 9.5 out of 10. And then before we finish off the review and give it an overall rating, and if I'd recommend it to you guys, I wonder. Let's talk about the fit, the weight, and other shoes to compare these two. As for fit, I'd say they're 100% true to size. If you have a wide foot, it might be a little weird because I would by no means say they're slim. They actually have a wider forefoot, but in regards to the heel area, I just don't know. If you have a wide foot, you might have a little bit of issues. For the most part, for 95% of people, I'd say go true to size, they'll fit good. And now onto the weight, I'd say it's definitely on the lighter spectrum of a hoop shoe. If LeBron 19s are a 0 and the lightest hoop shoe ever is a 10, I'd probably give these like a 7 or an 8. Definitely on the lighter side, but not as light as the Serious Player Only Player 1 Plus light version, which review coming soon on those two. So a very light hoop shoe, but also shoes that are very similar, share a lot of similar looks and performance. I'd say obviously Kobe 8s. They share a lot of inspiration with Kobe's, and I think that's the most similar model that these are compared to. And then I'd also say they're similar to me with the 808 5 Ultras from Way 08, which is easily one of my favorite hoop shoes out right now, if not my very favorite. So if you like Kobe 8s or 808 5 Ultras, you'll like these. So no more wasting time, let's get an overall rating. The Player 1 Plus is an absolutely phenomenal shoe from a very good up and coming brand, Serious Player Only. I think it's top 10, maybe top 5 hoop shoes of 2025. Therefore, I'll give them a 9.4 out of 10. And if you want to get a pair, like I said, please use the link in the description and then use code /Trooper at checkout for an extra 10% off. Don't get ripped off and pay 180 bucks when you can pay 160. And it helps support the channel. So please do that. And if you're interested in more /Trooper, please check out that video. I think you'd love it. It's rather informative, includes basketball shoes and a cute guy with a mustache.